Welcome to the TeamFourStar Podcast. I'm Kaiser Neko.
I'm Lanny Pator.
And I'm Takahata 101.
So we're back from another convention. Who would have guessed?
No.
Yeah, go figure. But this time we are coming back from the one that we continue to talk about every time for the past, I don't know how many podcasts, probably all of them.
Yeah, the most important and the biggest, the most awesome, and I love you.
Not without its faults, but we are back from Youmacon.
Yeah, yes. But this year one kid was there, so I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay. No Whacking was there to keep her woman in check.
That's true. That's true. She's a good man.
Oh, I see you're implying he's a girl.
Yeah, that's what we did. Anyway, so what were some of your guys' favorite parts about Youmacon? I know we always love going there and seeing all of our fans and, getting to see each other. This year was huge. I think the only main member from the group that wasn't there was gone.
Yeah. And we were better off for it. I kid.
I kid. Yeah, that was it was kind of sad. He was there for the past couple of years, but now he's in school and all that. So
yeah, nobody cares.
Going on to be a success. Screw him. We do internet Paris.
Gon's going to school because he wants to learn how to do video games and tune up the graphics on level 3.
Oh man, favorite parts of Youmacon though. I mean, the regular panel was great, but the 18+ panel was so much fun at that con.
I do want to make a brief a brief note here. Our buddy Ein, who oftentimes helps us with the music of our show, he was a freaking boon this convention. He helped us out a lot where there were, let's just say, there were a few audio issues.
Yeah.
And him and Chris Barr, our friend, they
knew what they were doing and they helped out a lot. They saved us a lot of time and a lot of grief.
Yeah, so big shout out to Chris Barr and I himself.
He also does a lot of great remixes. Look him up on YouTube.
Yeah, seriously, I keep tweeting his stuff and nobody seems to
keep doing it.
Shut your damn face.
You keep tweeting, anyways.
But so
the 18+ panel. I mean, the premieres were great. I mean, launching with Bardock was great and Helsing as well. The crowd reactions are always great.
Yeah, you should have seen the Nostalgia Critic reacting to Helsing. I was sitting there right next to him. It was great.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It was actually kind of spectacular to watch him laughing so hard at Helsing. I didn't know he'd even be a fan, and apparently he was. So that was
I don't think he'd ever actually seen any of our work. I mean, I guess I've never really asked him if he had. But
yeah, he's been aware of it. He knows what it is, but he never really watched it because the man's a busy man.
Not to mention, I don't think he's big on anime to begin with. So it's not like it's his it's not really up his alley.
Yeah, I believe Cowboy Bebop's the only one he's watched.
And Kino's Journey, which neither of you probably even know what that is.
Yeah, Kaiser, what was your favorite part of Youmacon?
My favorite part of it, really, I don't want to be that schmuck who says, single my friends, but that's one of my favorite things.
That goes aside, come on, that goes aside from saying, we already established that.
I hate seeing my friends.
Yeah.
Damn them!
I don't know, because really, this Youmacon was so busy and just so big, and I do have to say the reaction to the Helsing panel just made me so happy because if anybody knows how much work I put into Helsing this year,
if anybody knows how much work you put in, it's you.
And so for me, that was one of my favorite parts, just seeing it go over so well. I know that's a little selfish of me and self-indulgent, but
Oh, please.
I think I was running a little late one day, and you guys stopped by the Funimation booth in the dealer's den, and they gave you a bunch of posters and stuff for it because they heard that you're premiering it, right?
Yeah, and we gave away some of them,
I went to the booth. I bought the $60 box set of episodes 5 through 8, dubbed, which I can't wait to sit down and watch. They asked what the panel was because they want to see episode 3, and I don't know if they managed to make it or not, but let's just say that they ran out of Helsing posters, apparently.
They also ran out of Helsing Blu-rays.
That's hilarious. Oh, the Blu-ray DVD switch mixed. That's what I got. But here's the great thing. Because they're handing out all this free Helsing merch, that's what we got to sign the majority of the weekend, and that was so damn cool, signing so many different Helsing stuff.
It was pretty great. God, I don't know. My favorite part of Youmacon, I always love hanging out with the guests, meeting a whole bunch of other people. John St. John, as always, a glorious motherfucker.
Oh boy, Johnny.
Oh, he's awesome. But I will say, this year, I actually did enjoy our regular panel a little bit more than the 18+. I can't explain why. It was probably just the fact that, my God, man, that crowd.
Yeah, that
was
we
that
nearly
was
filled
insane.
We nearly filled the main events room. That was
Yeah. I walked out to go to the bathroom right before they started letting people in. It was almost as long as the freaking pre-reg line. It was insane.
So it took 4 hours to get in.
Almost. Remember, we had to kept like going like open the doors, let them in.
I mean, the whole panel went over great. I thought it was hilarious. The song that never ends part was hilarious. Where we sang that song.
Oh, that was so much fun. You know what?
By the way, I totally called it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Now that I think about it, one of my favorite things about this Youmacon, it kind of was our fans. Because we met so many fun, interesting, neat people.
That's like the best part about almost every convention. I mean,
yeah, that's kind of true, I suppose. I mean, but this time especially, like, I don't know. It was really interesting because we met so many fun, interesting, neat people, and they were all super friendly. And
we got to do shots with Scott McNeil.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, let's name drop. Why don't we?
Yes, why don't we? Like I already didn't do it with John St. John.
I made out with
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. We've been on videos with John St. John, so it's basically like there's no name dropping anymore. Talk to John St. John's a cool guy. It's like
I'm sorry. I did a shot with the original American Piccolo. I think that counts for something.
No, I was more happy that I get to do a shot with the original. Well, okay, with Rat Trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, God. Yeah, we hung out with Dinobot. We should just walk away from that being as cool as
And Bulk. We got to fist bump with Bulk.
Oh my God. That was I felt so embarrassed after I had a 10-minute combo with him, not knowing who the frick he was.
It's because it's
and
been
I'm just
so
like,
many years, man. Don't feel bad about that.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't recognize him at first too. When we were walking around, guy is super friendly, super duper nice.
What a nice guy. And then it's really weird meeting him because meeting voices from your past is one. Your shows you used to watch is one thing, but meeting a live action actor.
You know he's in the newest Power Rangers, right?
I know, isn't that? I checked his IMDb.
He's the most reoccurring character.
Kind of. Almost, actually. He's been in like almost more Power Ranger series than any other character.
Are you sure almost? Because I think he has been.
It's very possible.
It's hilarious. God. Man, he was a super nice guy. Like, robbed the Internet Heavyweight Championship, and he signed it. So, more power.
You're just collecting signatures on that thing.
People who add to its power.
The
first one was ever signed was Q, John Delancey. So you know what? It's already pretty powerful.
See, I only got one person to sign the Patty Cake Championship belt, and that was Jim Cummings.
That was pretty damn cool.
But
what we premiered at the regular Team 4-Star panel.
Yeah,
it was
surprising.
It was an interesting reaction at the con, just because when we were like writing it, and as I was watching it, as we started getting previews of it, I'm realizing this is one that's going to need to be watched at home to be truly appreciated. Though the fans, I was surprised how often they did react.
Yeah, it's mostly because a lot of the jokes are a little bit, and I'm not going to call, we're not masters of subtlety, but a lot of them were jokes that were a bit more to be appreciated over time and kind of working them out in your head. Like with the names and some of the implications of a lot of what's going on. There weren't a whole lot of big laugh out loud moments, but I am very happy with the kind of zanier tone that we went with it.
I disagree because the whole I am bearing his child that killed.
No.
Some of that there were some great laugh out loud moments.
I'm just saying, if to compare it to the other thing we showed, which we'll get into in a minute, this one had less of that.
It's very true, but I do remark on the way you reacted to people who reacted to the "you're a brilliant scientist." I remember you saying I love the 5 or 6 people out there that laughed at that one.
There's always that one joke where only a certain group of people are going to get it.
Yep.
And I actually noted I think I saw a comment on the video, since it's now uploaded, that somebody said, "I can't believe they went with the translation that he was a scientist." It's like, no, dude, that's a joke. It's a joke. It's okay, man. It's okay, man. Here's your juice box. Go back to the corner.
You know what the funniest thing about Bardock has been so far?
What's that?
A lot of the people who didn't even know that episode of Bardock was a thing.
I know, right? They're like, what's this from? Didn't they already do Bardock?
I know, right? It's fantastic. And it's weird because it came out, Dragon Ball Connect came out last month. And so it's not like some people haven't had a chance to see it. I guess that kind of tells
Nobody should see it if it's only a part of that shitty game.
I was about to say there must be a reason that no one's seen it.
Yeah, dear God, man.
Like, okay, look, we're happy to support the official release, but we're also always going to give a true to God opinion on how we feel about some of the merchandise that comes out.
The last 2 games sucked.
Yeah.
Ultimate Tenkaichi is garbage. I'm in the middle of playing it. I know.
Yeah.
But it's the ultimate one, Lanny Pator. Why would it be the worst one?
Because Spuds doesn't need to take that shit.
Yeah. So one of the worst parts about Ultimate Tenkaichi is all the money that went into it. And
My God.
It's obvious a lot of money went into it, and at the same time, it's just a shitty game, and that's really too bad.
It's rock paper scissors DBZ edition. It's like if you buy like a crap ton, like Monopoly has a whole bunch of different things. This is rock paper scissors Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
that's all it is. There's no skill involved whatsoever. Almost every combo you land is luck. And the worst part is, I found an exploit in that game where if you float about 20 feet above the enemy, they'll never go up to hit you. You can just blast them from afar.
Yeah, it's pretty miserable.
Yeah. You like, I'm probably gonna post like the next episode of Lanny Ball Z in the next couple of days. That exploit's in there, and I react about the same way as you are.
Let's see, but yeah, no, Bardock was a lot of fun. Especially the casting process for Chilled. God, it's funny. Like, a lot of you guys don't know how Gon is like in person, but just to imagine him doing that voice.
I want videos of him doing that.
Oh yeah.
If I could have been a fly on that wall.
I know, right? God, and not to mention, like, a lot of the other characters were really fun. Like, it was up in the air at one point who was going to play all of the primitive Saiyans. But ultimately, we went with Lanny because I think he can hold that voice more consistently.
I am now bearing your child.
Yay! It was weird coming back to play Bardock again. Something when after finished dubbing the old Bardock special we did, I never thought I'd do again.
I know, right?
I think I'm done with this guy.
Yeah, because we finished that before this was even announced or even thought about.
Yeah, way before.
And back then, we were all thinking like, oh, well, all of us are going to be able to do a Super Saiyan Scream, except for poor Taka. But then, bam, you get to be like the second one.
Yeah, it's weird how things work out. And man, that Scream, let me tell you something.
Dude, people friggin' applauded during that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
I was like so super psyched to watch people get that excited about it.
Yeah, speaking of that, what were your guys' favorite parts of Bardock? I mean, Kaiser, obviously we know. But
wait,
what were your favorite parts of the special?
Well, I don't know. What is my favorite part?
I was making a joke. Bardock's a guy. I was asking what's your favorite part of Bardock? You're gay, etc. Moving on.
My penis.
Oh, yeah, it's the penis.
Yeah. Okay. What were your favorite parts of the special?
Oh, mine? Oh, the chilled beat down to Ode to Joy.
Yeah, he's actually the one who came up with that. He wanted to do Ode to Joy like from the very beginning.
Oh, the reason for that was the fight is just too fast to make too much fun unless you make fun of the whole fight at once.
Yeah.
It's just because of the animation's so effing gorgeous.
For me, it's hard to say exactly. I mean, I really do like, as odd as it may sound, I just like the naming naming the
Saiyans.
Oh yeah, the naming of the Saiyans, just because it was like off the cuff. The only reason we even named them that in the first place was because I was trying to come up with like I was referring to Ipana and Barry, which are their actual names, Tupac and Dre. Dre and Tupac are Ipana and Barry, respectively.
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up, because it totally matters.
Yes, it matters.
I was confused, but now I'm not.
Yeah, I was gonna correct you, but you got it.
But Ipana was like, I was talking to one of our friends about how we were going to voice them, and we decided very early on that we were going to give them this Kermit-esque little voice. And ultimately, I was trying to explain the voice to a friend, and I just came up with this one scene. I'm like, oh, well, this is my son. And I couldn't remember his name, so I just decided Tupac.
Yeah! And I am Shakur.
But then we decided to name them all after different rappers.
Yeah, so, and the doctor obviously had to be Dr. Dre.
Yeah. No, that actually just kind of came out at the end because, like, it just kind of conveniently happened that way. Well, I don't think we ever intended it, but then it just happened like, Oh yeah, he was a doctor all along.
No, it was when we got to the one scene.
It was when we got to the scene where he was treating quote unquote RZA.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh my God, Dr. Dre."
Yeah. So basically,
it was just a happy coincidence up until that point.
Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite things about the special is just the weird naming conventions. And I'm gonna be again. This is gonna be totally self-indulgent. So am I pineapple? I don't know why.
For some reason, like I've seen comments where that's a lot of people's like some of people's favorite lines, and that's weird, I guess. But
what so am I pineapple?
Yeah. I've seen comments that say like, I like that part. I don't know why, but I do.
And I think my inspiration for that little part was just I remember the dean from Community.
Right. I had a couple of favorite parts. One was just like the way we wrote Chilled, and it kind of leads into the other part, like because Chilled's just like completely insane, and all the reasons that some of Frieza's troops have the quirks that they have are because Chilled set it into effect. But like that leads into my second favorite, my real favorite part, which is the fact that it was all a dream being told by Goku to Gohan, and somehow, like, to me, like, looking back on it, it's just how Gohan would say Goku would make sense of all of the weird shit, like the Ginyu's dancing and the fact that all of them were named after fruit.
Yeah, actually, that last part, I think, really makes the entire special. I think without it...
It's true, the entire special is so completely absurd. Oh, he went back in time and beat up ancient Frieza.
Yeah, it is.
After going Super Saiyan.
Again, this is us saying, hey, we love the show and we want everyone to support it, but this is
kind of ridiculous and stupid.
Yeah.
Go back to sleep, Gohan. That's just my favorite part right there. That entire like little bit at the end where it was all a dream. I know most of the time that's just a cheap cash in, but that's just that was one of my favorite parts of it because it's just so absurd. And that's why it's probably one of the more like it is probably one of the weirdest things we've ever written. Just because what do you do with that special?
Yeah, I remember like one or two of our friends were like, "Really? You're going to do that?" And I just had to tell them, "Look, like we have ideas and we're just going to have fun with it. Like it's the only thing you can
We aren't going to take this seriously."
Goodness no. Like there's one serious part in the entire thing and it's only semi-serious, which is the Super Saiyan
maybe the Super Saiyan scene and the very beginning where he's dying again.
Yeah, well those are meant to be serious just to then be, made fun of, so.
And even then, the Super Saiyan scene is just like him calling out how bullshit the entire scenario is.
Yeah, it's true.
We also talked about this a little earlier, but a Hellsing 3 was also...
Oh, what a piece of shit that was.
Yeah, tell me about it. I had to avert my gaze. By the way, Taki, you're coming in a lot quieter than you were. Are you sitting back or something?
Yeah, sorry. I was leaning back while you guys were talking. I was listening.
Stop relaxing.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Anyway, yeah, Hellsing 3. Yeah, my ego the show. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was really, really happy with how well Hellsing.
You blazed through that one too, man. You like got that done in like 2 weeks.
You got that done. That took you as long as the Bardock special did.
Not even.
And
you got that done quicker.
Not to mention, I'm really happy that I got it done so quickly because the last 2 days I was able to go back and touch up some stuff.
That was the best. Just a breakdown of the whole thing. I gotta give praise to you, Kaiser, just because I've watched the footage a lot to make sure we can do everything. I know what you did to make that work. You froze almost every single frame.
Not every
those
single
jokes
frame.
were almost every single frame to make that work.
And it wasn't even
This was one of the biggest casts you've ever had to work with, too.
And
I gotta say,
it's because you try to get a different guy for everything.
Well, yeah, we didn't like Hellsing is one of those ones where we do not want double casting unless they're really, really small things that no one's gonna tell.
Yeah, and the thing is, even me, the only character I might ever play will be the Pope. I demand that.
And
you want to be the Pope?
Oh, lovely letter in the mail. What is? No.
I don't know. I think the Pope would make a great cameo.
The Pope would have a very high-pitched voice, but I mean, I know how much work you put into this, Kaiser, and I really want to say thank you so much for getting this pet project off the ground and it kind of becoming our second show inadvertently.
It really shows. It's like it shows it's a lot of effort. I mean, the professional didn't Crispin Freeman comment on like episode 1 or 2 talking about how awesome it was?
He saw episode 1. He tweeted it. He said it was, and I kid you not, he actually said word for word, "This is the funniest thing I've ever seen."
I mean, that's obviously hyperbole, but still.
Yeah, I know
it's a big credit. Now, I don't work on Helsing like to the degree that you two do. Like, obviously, you two, like, this is your brainchild talking. This is the one that this is your baby. So yeah. I this is the one where I kind of wanted to sit out and just kind of like look at it from afar. But one thing like I've noticed about, I'm guessing I'm going to say our style in terms of like doing parody, and I'm not trying to toot our horn or anything. Mostly I'm trying to compliment you guys. There's the fact that we're able to maintain the attitude of the actual show that we're abridging. Like the way this actually came as a revelation to me when I was watching part 3 for the first time when you sent me the file, Kaiser, and it was that scene where Alucard's walking out, like he goes for his walk and it starts playing the original Helsing music. And I'm like, wow, this is like something you'd see in the actual show. Only, it's still a parody.
But by the way, if we're going to go by what our favorite part of the episodes were, or at least this episode, that was my favorite part.
That was like such a badass moment. What kind of
What kind of collateral?
Yeah. What kind of collateral are we looking at this one?
Oh,
Well, ding, the Alucard amount.
I'm really, because
that was one of my favorite parts there.
I'm really glad because that scene was where I think me and Kaiser, I think for the first time, had a kind of a disagreement with what we wanted to do, but in the end, we made both ideas work at the same time.
Yeah, that was when we were working that out. We were trying to. I remember though, you're the one who said we need to use that song. And the moment I saw it, or I gave that one a listen, I was like, oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do with this scene. I was looking forward to that one the entire episode. That and the little cut back and forth between Alucard and Integra in his room after he shoots up all those police officers.
Which is also great. Taka, you've been talking about those lines.
I came up with that scene.
Yeah, you've been talking about that since KitsuneCon.
I came up with that scene during Christmas last year. I was rewatching the OVA because when it comes to writing these things, I do take point on the writing, and Kaiser helps me out so much with both editing my ideas I have and filling in some cracks.
I'm a lot about like. Framing, pacing, and touching up.
Telling Taka what is and is not possible.
I keep rewatching it until I get a feel for each scene with the kind of the humor I want to go with that. Luckily, the scene's presented there. I remember when we were the Jesus Wants a Hug scene. I was watching it again with Kaiser. We were just Kaiser was we were just going over it again. Kaiser was tired, and I just went, "Jesus wants a hug." Kaiser started just howling with laughter.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like
a late night.
Yeah,
a late night. He was just started laughing. He couldn't stop laughing for the next scene. It was
for some reason like my buddy Alex. That's one of his favorite lines too, and I'm not sure why because I know that line was like that joke's been made before. I think like to him, he told me it was just the way Alucard said it and the fact that it was Alucard.
Because you imagine Alucard driving past, right? I just want to hug, just hollering out at it,
or flying. Yeah.
Yeah, I pictured flying. Other than that, my favorite part was that beginning monologue by DJ Sexadillionaire.
Oh, yeah. Man, I love DJ Sexadillionaire.
Fantastic. That guy is an amazing actor.
What a talented fellow.
Yes,
I'm so glad we get to work with him sometimes.
Yes, I sure do love DJ Sexadillionaire. He is one of my favorite.
He is a fantastic talent.
Yes.
That is the joke that broke the Nostalgia Critic, though.
Yeah. That was the best way to start that episode. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, I forget how long ago I came up with that one, but I remember when I pitched it to Kaiser.
That was earlier this year.
Yeah, dude. I mean, sitting on a lot of these ideas for a while. This is like the final release. Like
it's like Jan was talking about in the beginning of the.
It really is true. My favorite scene overall, I have to say, would be the transition of Integra and Alucard in the hotel room going over what just happened.
Yeah.
Like, it was a completely different way of looking at it, and it really worked. You really made it work, Kaiser.
I'm also not going to lie. I really... okay, so there's a character in there called, and we call him Bishonen O'Brien.
Yes.
And
Exorcist.
yes, that was done by a Exorcist. And the entire joke, in case anyone doesn't know, is the fact that Liam O'Brien plays him in the dub. And I love Liam O'Brien. I really do. I actually really admire him as an actor. But there's this voice that he uses that you can instantly tell it's him. And we like,
hello, sir. How are you doing?
Hello, sir. And so we just had to do it.
They made it be Shonen O'Brien. You won't care. Also, it's very interesting. When we launched the video, it had one dislike with like 2,000 likes, and someone went, Chevy Chase really didn't like this.
Yeah, well, moving on though, Kaiser, you discovered something a little earlier on this week that kind of actually you might have discovered this like yesterday or something, but it really shocked you because you messaged me on Skype and I was just sitting in the back at work like going, huh? Oh, that's neat. But then you tweeted it. Then I'm sure you put it on your Tumblr. And so what is this fantastic news you wanted to share with the fine people?
I'm pregnant.
Oh my goodness! Oh my god! Name it Lanny.
Kaiser, did you use a Jaws of Life on your butt so it could get out?
Yes, actually, if we were to have a biological son, I'd actually kind of want to name him Lanny.
Interesting.
That's not good.
I know Lanny's a great name. I actually think Lanny is a really interesting name.
See? Better than Taka. His middle name can be Taka.
No, we're not Japanese, so it's definitely not gonna be Taka.
Neither am I. My name's Taka.
Lanny Taka Neko.
Oh, Jesus.
That
Christ.
is.
Anyway, no, the big
And a
news.
million fan fictions were born.
Anyways, the big news is that Dragon Ball Z Kai is apparently going to continue.
Oh my god!
Actually, I'm really excited about that because
I know, because you were talking about like, well, maybe they'll continue it here in America despite the fact it wasn't doing good in Japan. And isn't that the case though?
Well,
Are they
okay? What's going on? And the reason we found it out is because Mayumi Tanaka, the Japanese voice of Krillin and Luffy from One Piece, posted it on her Twitter that they were recording for it. And funny thing is, about a week or two ago, Toshio Furukawa, who plays Piccolo and Ace from One Piece, he also made a post saying, oh yes, we just wrapped up a recording for Dragon Ball Z, but it is not the movie. And there was a picture with Toshio Furukawa, Mayumi Tanaka, Masuko Nozawa, and Ryo Horikawa, which is, Vegeta, Krillin, Goku, and Piccolo. And so everyone's sitting there going like, well, if it's Dragon Ball and it's not the movie, what in the hell is it?
How do you know it's not promotional material?
Well, here's the thing. Like, Tanaka flat out said that we're doing Kai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, I was going to get to that because, yeah, like, everyone was like, well, what in the world is it? And bam. Like, Tanaka just flat out says, yeah, we're doing Kai. In fact, apparently, they are already up to Goten and Trunks breaking into the tournament.
Oh, well, cool.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's actually pretty far. Not to mention, it's not going to be broadcast in Japan.
That's weird. Are they just going to sell the DVDs?
Most likely. And I actually have a theory on that one. I'll get into a second. But yeah, so basically the series will continue. There's not a whole lot of information on it. All we know is that basically it looks like it's going to be for international market, which is good. I mean, it's Toei doesn't exactly have a whole lot of international licenses right now that are doing incredibly well.
Any good, yeah.
I mean, One Piece is doing okay in other countries, but it's not doing nearly as well as Dragon Ball did. So I think for them, this is really just trying to keep their some of their franchises afloat abroad.
The slow death of television is killing them.
Yeah, unfortunately, Japan was kind of late to the game and getting into streaming, but they are doing it. They're making a step forward. I mean, there is Crunchyroll, which is helping them out tremendously, and not to mention Funimation's been doing their simulcasts, which basically like the same day One Piece comes out in Japan.
Yeah, that's the smartest thing they've done.
It's a brilliant idea, though. Some people on the internet don't like it. I think it's personally brilliant.
I think that's great. It's like there's no reason to not like that. You don't have to go look for fan subs anymore.
Yeah, any person who's going to complain about that is just looking for a reason to complain and not like that.
I have to watch ads. Shut the up. Support the official release.
And heck, like there aren't even a whole lot of ads in the simulcast for One Piece.
Yeah, there's I think there's one at the beginning, one in the middle, and one at the end. Something like that.
You got to be curious, why are they doing a Japanese language track at all if it's not going to be broadcast in Japan? And like you said, is it just for DVD releases? And I think I have a couple of ideas and one prominent idea. One, I don't think they'd want to release it in any other country without a Japanese audio track, because that's just going to seem a little awkward for a lot of people who maybe just want to watch it in Japanese. I mean, they understand that in France and a lot of other countries, a lot of them watch subtitled. They don't even want, a lot of other countries didn't even have dubs of Kai until like way later. And again,
Green.
But here's a very big reason that I think it's that I believe that it's not, or the reason why it's not going to be broadcast on television in Japan. While the original Dragon Ball Z Kai was being broadcast in Japan, it was getting amazing ratings. Unfortunately, ratings don't mean a whole lot on Japanese television unless you're getting these big sponsorship deals from companies. And honestly, a lot of these shonen and like a lot of anime in general, their ad space is actually filled with advertisements for merchandise related to the show. Like if you watched Dragon Ball Z Kai in Japan, you'd be getting commercials for Dragon Ball Heroes and maybe one or two other products.
That is kind of weird and kind of ass backwards a little to me.
Well, in the States, you can't do that. In the States, you can't have a commercial for your product during, like, you have to get ad sponsorship from other products and companies. You can't run ads for your own program during it, which is basically just to kind of, cover the bases of we want to make sure that the market is being
fair. Yeah.
Fair, yeah. But in Japan, it's not like that. And one of the, for Japan, it can work. It can, like, Bleach was actually doing particularly well because while the series wasn't getting the best ratings, their DVDs were selling very well. Unfortunately, for Dragon Ball Kai, the ratings were doing very well, but everyone had seen the show.
Yep.
And anyone who wanted to see this new version could just watch it on TV.
Yep.
So basically, I think what Toei is doing now is they've realized people were watching it, but they weren't buying it. So what do?
You sell it, and that's it.
You only give it to them for sale. And while I think that's kind of an underhanded business practice, that might be the only way that the
Well, that's smart if it's the way their advertisements work.
Yeah, I mean, and if that's the, like, not to mention there is no space for Dragon Ball Kai anymore on, like, its reserved slot. Toriko has already taken over. So there's no place for Dragon Ball Kai to air in Japan, even if they wanted to. I mean, they could, they could probably get something, but I don't know if it would be the kind of slot they'd want.
Yeah.
So ultimately, this might be the only way that Dragon Ball Kai can survive.
As long as they don't do a Kai version of GT.
Well, you can't. There's no filler to cut, so.
Because it's all filler.
Yeah, because it's all
non-canon.
Yeah, we're in that group, and if you think it's canon, if you feel like that's part of your canon, that's cool. For us, we treat GT like some bad fever dream. Honestly,
Black Dragon Balls.
Honestly, I actually like the Dragon Ball Online timeline a whole lot more. I mean, if you ever give that a read, it's 10 times more interesting.
If you ever go and decide to play that Korean RPG with the grinding.
Hey, you don't even have to play the game. You can just look at the timeline. I mean, did you know that freaking Goten and Trunks actually open up a school?
That's pretty hysterical. Did you know, do you remember back when that was first coming out, when that was first announced? It was like, oh my God, let's see what this could be like. I mean, you never really had any true high hopes for it, but you're looking at it like, man, this might be interesting,
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of Let's Plays, we do have one planned in the future here, don't we?
Yes!
We're actually gonna start recording that soon, and thank God, because we've been wanting to do this one for like a while, ever since it came out.
Yeah, so I feel bad because I never watched the first one, but I don't care. Or played the
never
first
watched it. Yeah, I don't know if you needed to play the first one, but it probably would have helped plot-wise, I guess. We are planning on starting up, I guess I can say it, we're planning on starting up Let's Play of Borderlands 2, just because it seems like a fun game to play together, and everybody seems to like the way we interact, so...
Yep.
Taki, you get to play more games with Gon, so that's something, huh?
Jesus Christ, calm down.
I know you're excited, but just chill out for a second, bro.
Whoa.
But no, Borderlands
seriously.
2. I've actually I have a bunch of friends who have played it, and they're like, "You've got to play this game," and I'm like, "I can't. I haven't played any of it. I've owned this game for at least 3 weeks, and I haven't even put it into my Xbox because I want to save the experience for these guys." But everyone keeps telling me it's the best game that come out.
It's probably the best game of the fall so far.
Yeah.
I did just pick up the other day. I did just pick up Assassin's Creed 3 and Halo 4, so I am looking forward to playing those. But Borderlands 2, that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to playing the Assassin, not going to lie.
Yeah, actually, Assassin's Creed 3 looks amazing.
No, I'm not talking about Assassin's Creed 3. I'm talking about the Assassin in Borderlands 2.
Oh.
We're talking about Borderlands 2, Kaiser.
Yeah.
I have not played.
Get on my level. As much as I'm excited for the gun swords in Assassin's Creed 3, we're going to talk about Borderlands 2.
Okay.
Really? Gun swords?
Yeah, all the gun swords.
Gun swords.
Well, I'm
Into Buskus.
It's a gun, Frank. A gun that shoots swords.
Schwaka, schwaka, schwaka. Schwak, schwak, schwak,
No, actually, I really look forward to playing that game. I don't know what class I'm going to be playing, so we'll find out when that happens.
I know I'm not playing Siren.
That's gone.
I think Gon wants to.
Yeah, actually, Gon
wants to play Siren, so Kaiser's pretty much got Lanny wants to play the assassin.
You guys have to choose. You guys have to choose between the Commando and the Gunzerker.
All right. Then.
Kaiser, can I have Gunzerker?
No.
Why?
Because you want it.
He has a good argument there, Taka. But moving on to other plans, we do have a specific thing that many people have been asking for and bitching about and etc. that we should probably let them know that we actually are working on.
New T-shirts.
New T-shirts. That is correct.
Yeah. Actually, we are coming out with some new T-shirts, but no, we're talking about season 3.
Yeah, we're talking about the Garlic Jr. saga.
Oh man! Oh my God! Oh,
have fun, guys.
Yeah, we've already been. I'm working on an opening for that. So
people have been asking you. People ask us too. Are you guys planning on doing the Garlic Jr. saga? Yes, we are.
Yeah, you can't not cover it. I mean, it is that would. It's one of the biggest parts of the show in terms of things that you. I mean, it's weird though.
Things that you can make fun of. Come on, that shit's.
It is.
That's up there.
It is pretty awful. It is pretty awful. So.
Plus, lots of popo to work with.
Oh yes.
That'll be fun.
Oh my yes.
So yeah, the Garlic Jr. saga is coming, guys. You better prepare your butts.
Prepare your buttholes.
My butt is prepared, Lenny.
Not buttholes, buttholes.
Butto. Prepare your butto. Yeah, we got new Let's Plays coming up. We got season 3 coming up, and we do have some new shirts coming this holiday season.
Yes.
Some of which were actually some of which that were designed by our contest winner, or all of them?
Actually, all of them. Oh well, no. One of them is actually designed by a good friend of mine who made Piccoloshi.
Okay, yeah. So
and that one we can actually talk about because that one premiered at Youmacon.
That's right. We did. We premiered a few special shirts for some special people. That would be probably one of our most requested damn shirts too.
Yes, and the shirt.
First, I shall read it in the person who quoted it. First immortality, then the bitches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we finally got a design that we could all agree on for that one, because that's the hardest part with these things, is deciding on a design.
It was funny enough because when I showed the design to the guys, it was kind of a lukewarm response. Then we
actually saw it on a shirt, and it's yeah, that works.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what it needs to be.
It's something about the blue in the design that you showed us. It's just kind of flat, but when you actually see it on a shirt, it's kind of vibrant, and it really works.
Yeah, so we're really happy to get that one out soon.
So we're looking forward to that one. We're looking forward to a few other ones. We'll probably put out an ad for it like we usually do, so we can show off all of the designs.
Do I want to say what? There's something special about one of the shirts, though.
Oh, what's so special about one of the shirts, Taka?
Well, it might be not DBZ. I don't want to say too much, but it might not be DBZ related.
Oh dear.
Oh my.
I know.
That just sounds scandalous.
It kind of kind of does, but let's just see how the day goes. And,
so that's the thing.
Yeah, let's play with fire, boys.
We have a couple other designs, but we want to keep them secret for now.
Yeah, until we can show them off, because a lot of them probably won't be done justice unless you can see them.
Yeah, it's true. So
other than that, what else have we been up to, guys? I mean, I know. Oh my God, that's right. We can all talk about a movie we've all seen for once. We all went out and saw Wreck-It Ralph at Youmacon on probably the world's smallest movie theater screen.
Season 3. What?
yeah,
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sorry.
Podcast.
Wreck-It Ralph was Wreck-It Ralph was just completely adorable. But one of my favorite parts was at the very end in the credit sequence where we saw Kyle Abair's name floating by Ryu, and just everybody stood up and cheered because everybody at that con knows who Kyle Abair is.
Yeah, that was actually pretty heartwarming to see. I was very happy to see that.
Kyle, you made it.
Yep, he was in an actual Disney movie
From the actual Disney animated studios.
Yeah.
Making probably one of their best movies.
One of the best movies in the last couple of years.
Toy Story with video games.
I swear.
Toy Story with video games, and you know what? What a concept. Let's keep rolling with this.
It worked a lot. You know what? You screw it. DreamWorks can rip off Pixar. Why can't Disney?
You know what's kind of funny? I actually, like, somebody I know actually pointed out that it's actually a little bit less like Toy Story with video games and more like Nightmare Before Christmas.
You know what? I can see that.
Because
yeah,
you have
I would agree with that, and I would agree with that comparison.
Yeah,
I can see that it's kind of a combination of two, actually.
Yeah. See, yeah. Okay, combine Toy Story with Nightmare Before Christmas to make about
and all of the nostalgic video games that you love. I swear to God, the part right in the beginning where Ken and Ryu are fighting in like the demo mode. It's like, okay, they're gone. Hey Ken, you want to go over to Tappers? Sounds awesome. Meet you there. Then they just kind of like putter off the screen.
That was pretty good, and they even got Rob Langdon back as Ken. Like, everybody was cast appropriately. Although I don't know if they got the same guy who played Bison in the games to play in the movie.
He had one line.
They certainly didn't get the guy who played Zangief, did they?
They got a different guy to play Zangief.
Anybody who had like a bigger part, they kind of recast. But...
Which is sad because there was no reason not to get the guy who played.
They gave Zangief a lot of lines.
They did. It was kind of weird.
Well,
I gotta say, I don't, man, that whole like self-help group with the villains, that
was great.
There should have been there should have been more of those scenes. I would have loved that to have another. I would love there to be a longer meeting at the end. You know, I think I don't want to give away too many spoilers. I don't want to, but I can say.
Regardless, to say, go out and see this movie. It's adorable, and even Sarah Silverman's character, who I thought I was going to find infuriating, I actually really thought was actually really cute.
Yeah,
and that was really difficult. That character could easily be the most frustrating thing in the universe, and it wasn't. And I didn't just. I actually really liked it.
She started out as it. Oh my God,
that was the point.
Like, oh, this is infuriating. But then, like, you really start, like, as soon as you get past it, you really find the character cute. Marianne, I don't think ever found it cute. But
yeah,
you know,
I don't think she likes Sarah Silverman though. Like, I think she like legitimately dislikes her.
I thought the acting in the whole movie was amazing. I can not
like an actor, but still appreciate a performance.
I think I can too, for the most part.
I think all the actors brought out their A game. Jane Lynch was hilarious.
Oh, Jane Lynch was amazing. Yeah. Like, let's not go too much into that, but
I won't. But it's just I love it. There was like a lot of laugh out loud moments, and you know what? That there were quite a few tearjerker moments too. Like at the end, so many goddamn manly tears.
Oh yeah, like this movie. It actually totally blew away my expectations. I thought it was going to be good, but that was like it's only getting like an 80, 85, 86 on Rotten Tomatoes. I'd easily give it an A-.
Yeah, you know, Rotten Tomato meter means nothing. So
yeah, but
except when it comes to Silent Hill 2.
Oh,
but
man.
You know, it's actually no.
Wait, do you mean Martin's favorite movie?
I disagree because Silent Hill 2 is still better than Paranormal Activity 4.
Whoa, really?
Yes.
Not according to Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't care what Rotten Tomatoes says. It's better.
To be fair, Silent Hill probably at least has the better production value and budget.
It's the better production values, and you know what? It's a funner movie.
Yeah,
I don't care if it's a complete shamble to what it's trying to emulate. It's a funner movie.
Yeah. It's God. Let's just say there, like, in equal amounts, we've had some fantastic movies and we've had some awful movies.
Let's just say they're both bad. But if I had the choice, I'd rather see Silent Hill 2 again.
Personally, I'm really looking forward to Skyfall because apparently that's one of the best Bond films to come out in years.
After Quantum of Solace, I was just thrown away. But you know what? I think actually on our drive back from Detroit, me and Alex were talking about Skyfall and Quantum of Solace.
No, that was Skyfall.
And how some of in some interview he read somewhere that somebody said, yeah, this kind of fell right in the territory where the writers' strikes were happening, and we needed to come out with one or else we were going to lose the license. So we all know it's kind of bad.
Now, here's what I'm going to say, because I've been kind of quiet on this. I was raised with Bond movies. I didn't care for Casino Royale. I will admit to that, and I may have an opinion that differs from a lot of people.
I can see why.
I didn't see Quantum of Solace because I heard it was terrible, so I won't see it. Skyfall sold me on one scene.
Is it the scene with the train?
The train, it blows up, he lands, adjusts his suit, and that is who Bond is. He's a badass who knows it. He knows he's a smooth motherfucker all the time.
See, that's what I could appreciate about Casino Royale, though. It's kind of his transition into being Bond.
I would say so. I just still didn't care for it.
That's why Quantum of Solace sucks, because it actually took him back a couple steps.
I know, that was the worst part about Quantum of Solace, because at the very end of Casino Royale, you're like, okay, this is Bond, and then bam, it's funny if they'd just gone from freaking
Casino Royale straight into Skyfall, probably would have been better.
Oh wow. Also saw Argo. It was good, although I don't know what the hell was up with Ben Affleck playing Hispanic.
That
was just not.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah. Other than that, I've just been up to updating the hell out of my blog recently. I've been trying to get back into that, and I seem to be doing so at a pretty decent frequency.
I'm going to be putting out a bunch of comic dubs.
I saw you put one up earlier.
Yes, Skatebutt, made from the Gun Show Comics guy.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I love Gun Show Comics. Gun Show Comics is fantastic.
Yeah, other than that, in my actual day job, I actually have a interview for a promotion coming up, so hopefully that works out. That'll be cool.
Look at me, I've got a good job.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I sell suits for a living.
Lanny's gonna be the head burger flipper.
I just heard head Fredburger.
Fred Burger.
Although
I would be the best Fredburger this Fredburger's ever seen. Fredburger.
I do love the fact that you sell suits, because you look a damn good in one, and
yet in any other occasion I choose not to wear anything.
I know that's the best part about it.
I sell formal wear at Men's Warehouse. Yet when I get home, I'm probably down to underwear, if that.
I see.
All of our listeners out there can just...
If anybody's seen me at an 18+ panel, you know.
Well, okay, half anyway.
Pretty sure the guy who motorboated your tits at the last one. I don't know, man.
Yeah, he didn't motorboat them. He just kind of wanted to caress them.
I see.
Them slowly.
Now, what have I been up to? What will I be up to?
And this is the TeamFourStar Podcast.
Nice.
Bye.
What I do matters. I will be watching Hellsing OVA 4 80 times to make. That's what I will be doing. I will still get footage wrong.
I am looking forward to both Alucard and the Major enact talking to the Queen.
That scene's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, what else am I working on? Beat XCOM. I don't know. I mean,
the correct answer.
I don't. You know, here's the thing. You guys are busy with this, that, the other. I got my day job. I've been there. I'm actually going up to 5 years there now, which is yeah, I'm going up to 3 weeks off a year. So I look forward to
nice.
Although
yeah,
hey, you know what? You know what you have been up to since last time we recorded a podcast?
Why?
You've been to AkiCon. You can talk about that.
Gosh. Hey, yes, I did go to AkiCon a week before.
Wait, is that the one where you got that super sexy picture of you taken in your Loki outfit?
Yes, that's the one with me, which we will, of course, Kaiser will, of course, link down below.
Yeah, that I'm not gonna lie, that picture is wow.
It's pretty sweet. Here's the thing. I will say this right now. I'm looking into getting my a proper Loki costume commission, not the war outfit, but the one he wore in the prison in Avengers. Now I'm looking at options. This is, if you know someone who can do this kind of thing, I will model. I will do a photo shoot. I will do anything. I want the full costume because I want to be able to rock this. All right, if I have to beg, but
he's willing to spend money.
I will spend money, but I hope they can get a good deal because I can rock the costume. AccuCon was a lot of fun. It really was. I got to meet Chuck Huber, Micah Solasan. Got to see familiar fellow Warky T. Chocobo. And I got to hang out with Howard to Exorcist Way.
How is Worky doing?
Warky is doing better. He's been through a bit of a rough patch, but he's doing pretty good. Him and Micah had a cold from the previous con they were at the week before. So they were pretty much out of commission. But I got to do a voice acting Q&A panel with Micah when he was feeling better, Chuck Huber, and Howard.
I didn't know
and
that was on that.
That was very... Chuck was hilarious, too.
Yeah, Chuck seems like the kind of guy who's super fun.
Chuck is so cool. He hung out in my room for like 7 hours Saturday night.
Nice.
We were fucking just drinking and shooting the shit. It was a lot of fun.
Dude, you drank with 17 and he a. Oh
yeah,
my god.
I'm all aware of that.
Also Stein from Soul.
Yeah. No,
I don't watch
he's entered 17, and I just at one point I'm just sitting across the room. He wasn't paying attention. I'm like, hey, coming for you. Pay attention. I'm gonna get you good. Yeah, you'll pay attention then.
You'll pay attention when you're going up my butt. Wait. All up in my butt. All up in my butt.
But no, it was the whole weekend was really a lot of fun. We did a 50 Shades of Grey reading there. I got the crowd involved.
Oh no!
I'm like, who can do walking? Go guys, I can do walking. So he came up and he was so happy. He was wearing a CM Punk shirt. He did the yes chant. Very entertaining. Guy was very excited. But overall, my con was not nearly as furry as Kaiser's.
Probably not, because Lanny wasn't there.
No, wait. I remember something from Yomicon. Well, it was Saturday night. I couldn't sleep, so I went down to the rave at 3 a.m.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, when you and I were talking and we just kind of split ways, I decided to go back up to the green room.
No, I went back up to the green room too.
Yeah, eventually, but
no. Then after the green room got shut down due to reasons, I went down to the rave and I ended up dancing with a tenant doctor and a dude in a fursuit for like 20 minutes.
Of course.
Wow. Wow.
I like women. I like the concept of a woman.
But I'll settle for a fursuiter.
I just assumed it was a really hot model, female.
Yeah, right.
And no, that was a lot of fun too.
Yeah, I guess that kind of wraps it up this week, huh, guys?
Yeah, I guess that's sort of it, huh?
Yeah, we'll try to update again later on, but until then, we're gonna get to work on these things. Wait, what, Taka?
Everyone should follow at the Crimson Fucker on Twitter.
You whore.
And at Lanny Pator.
You gigantic whore.
At
Visit my blog.
At Talkahana 101 if you want.
Visit LannyPhone.blogspot.com.
Guys, we're not go on Twitter.
Everyone, follow Twitter.
Like me on Facebook. Follow me on tweet.
People fight funny. They'll fight funny.
Bye.
Welcome to the TeamFourStar
Taka. I will murder you in your sleep next time we're at a convention.